Alright, welcome back everybody. Today we're back again with another video, and today EW actually released some of the concept art for the new Pheasant Great One. Now they did say in last week's stream kind of that they weren't going to really show us too much of the Great Ones and let the community kind of find them themselves, but at least we're getting the 8 variations here. Again, I'm putting them on screen right now, the first 4 at least. And these are concept art, so obviously they're not in-game images of what the pheasants are going to look like. They're gonna look a little different. I assume with tomorrow's stream we might get to see them a little bit, but who knows, maybe we're gonna have to wait for people to find them. Maybe we'll see like 1 or 2 of them tomorrow in the stream, but we have nothing on the red foxes yet, which is, if you didn't know, the other Great One variation that is coming with this update on December 3rd. But we don't have anything on them yet, and we're kind of lucky to even get the concept check. We haven't gotten something like this before, at least I don't think we have. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. But anyways, here are the first 4, which are the Garnet, the Emerald, the Pearl, and the Morganite. Now, let's start with the top left. The Garnet looks like it has a back that is kind of black with a stomach that is more like reddish. Still kind of has like that consistent face that we usually see, kind of black with like the red cheek. So there doesn't seem to be much variation there. There seems to be a little bit of white speckle on the feathers, but generally kind of just has that dark to kind of a lighter red bottom stomach. Moving on to the Emerald. I mean, the Emerald looks very interesting. I would assume it's going to be kind of like that, like it says, an emerald. It's going to have an emerald green back with kind of like a brownish reddish stomach in the bottom. And it looks to have a little bit more of a bright kind of tail on the back with that white and yellow kind of at the tips of that, or I guess the base of its tail on the back. I'm not quite sure about the anatomy of pheasants, so if I do get those wrong, don't blame me on that. I'm trying to describe this as best as I can. Now moving on to the Pearl, I think the Pearl out of all of these, I think looks probably my most favorite. From these 4 at least. This one's kind of more of a whitish yellowish, and then kind of has that like fire gradient on its tail in the back, starting off with white, going to dark red, then to a brighter orange, and then kind of moving out into that like beige kind of natural tone that we see on the normal pheasants. The Morganite looks, I would say, a little bit more like a normal pheasant, my opinion at least, but it has that kind of very white tail, streamlined red body on the top, kind of a more black, white to black kind of body going from head to tail, head to bottom, and kind of has this interesting pattern. Again, I think we're going to see this better once we actually see them in game, but it does almost look like a scaly kind of texture on the right wing there, well, left wing for it. On the side they're kind of going up, but that's, I think, very interesting. But now the next 4 here, I think these are the ones that I want to be going for. Starting off with Citrine. I mean, as the name kind of suggests, citrusy. I think about orangey yellow. So it's a very bright yellow, kind of the same kind of fury fire kind of tail base at the bottom. That very yellowy and just like very dominant back color with kind of a nice lighter brown camo-y front texture on its like stomach. Moving on to the Sapphire. Kind of what you would think with a Sapphire. It's blue, it's got a more blue head, white stripes around its neck, a blue going down the back. That same kind of scaly texture kind of going on its feather that we saw on the Morganite as well. But I think this one could look very cool, just like the Citrine. I think these 2 are probably my 2 favorite, and shortly after that, I think I gotta say Ruby looks very interesting as well. A pink color? I think very cool. I would very much love to see what this looks like. Like, if I could pick to see 2 in tomorrow's stream, I think it would be Citrine and Ruby, just because I'd really want to see like how bright they look in game. But it's kind of like I said, it's got that pink feather, pink back, white kind of neck, reddish, more reddish head than the other ones. And I think this could look really cool, especially in like a multi-mount or just on the wall. I think it could add some nice pep to your like lodges and just be very cool to hunt. And lastly, Obsidian. Also very cool. I feel like we're kind of going on like a fire kind of tangent with these colors here, but it's got a more charcoal black kind of middle line body with the red kind of coming out on the tail and its wings, and kind of sticking to that like red and black head that we had before. Again, these might look like completely different in-game, but these are kind of the concept art for them. So these are kind of, I assume the names are going to stay the same in the end of the game, but these are kind of the colors that we're going to be looking for, or looking at for the Great One Pheasant that's coming on with Salt's Pheasant Park. Again, that map looks great. I know I didn't make a video in it, but go check out some of the other creators' videos in it because it looks incredible. I'm going to be excited to see it. And I hope that tomorrow in that stream we get to see what these pheasants look like, or at least some of them. Like I said, I'd love to see Citrine and Ruby, but these look very good. I hope that they're a little bit bigger than the normal kind of pheasants that we get. Similarly, how it is kind of with the black bears, they're a little bit bigger than the normal black bears, but again, we're gonna have to wait to see what they actually look like. Let me know your opinions down below, but with that being said, have a good one. Bye bye and peace.